to Breath First Yoga. I'm Jenny, and today we're going to be doing a 45-minute Vinyasa flow. Go ahead and get your mat so that you can hopefully see me, for sure hear me. We will need 2 blocks for class, and then just find a comfortable seated position to start on your mat. Gaze can be down at the ground or close your eyes, and we will get started. Begin to shut off all of your senses to any and everything going on around you. All the to-do lists in your head, set them aside for the next 45 minutes. Be in the here and now. Bring your lens internal. Start to notice your breath. Don't change it, just observe it. Now breathing in and out through your nose. Start to breathe in for a count of 4 and out for a count of 4. Bring your hands, one to your chest and one to your belly, so you can feel the rise and fall of your body as you breathe. As you inhale for 4, feel the expansion and softness of your belly. And as you exhale for 4, push the air up and out of your abdomen, pulling your navel to your spine. Picture this breath as a continuous circle. Let your inhale go right into your exhale, and your exhale back into your inhale. Today's intention is gratitude. It's easy to thank God, the divine, the higher power, for what He's blessed us with, all the good that has come to us. But today I want us to focus on thanking Him and being grateful for the doors He has closed, relationships that He has kept us from, and things that did not go how we planned. As you continue to breathe, feel His grounding presence over you. Feel gratitude for your unanswered requests and prayers, knowing you are exactly where you're supposed to be in life today. Be grateful He's brought you right here. Take one more deep inhale and open mouth exhale, and begin to open your eyes. Go ahead and bring your hands to your knees. Inhale, tilt your chin to your chest and start to roll your head all the way around. Inhaling and exhaling through some neck rolls to the right. And go ahead and go the other direction. So inhaling and exhaling, neck rolls to the left. Come back to a neutral spine. Inhale, bring your arms out and up overhead. Exhale, twist to the right, bringing your left arm to your right knee and your right hand behind your sit bone, pressing through the ground and twisting over that right shoulder. Your gaze is back corner behind you. And you should really start opening up that back spine, twisting, lengthening through the crown of your head. Taking those 4 inhales and exhales. Inhale, arms out and overhead. Exhale, twist to the left, bringing your right hand to your left knee, left hand behind you, planted on the ground, twisting to that left back corner. Diving back into that breath, that 4 count. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, plant your hands on the mat in front of you, and we will get into our tabletop position. So, whatever that looks like for you, coming with your hands grounded through the mat, shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Inhale, gaze up, open your chest, drop your belly. Exhale, chin to chest, round your spine, high to the ceiling. And then just start to follow your breath. Inhaling, open your chest into cow. Exhaling, arching your spine up to the ceiling, dropping your chin to chest into cat. And begin to move your hips as you go through this. Doing what feels good in your body. So inhaling into your cow, moving your hips from side to side. Exhale, pressing through your palms into your cat. Hips moving from side to side as you really pull that stomach up and back. Inhale into cow. Exhale, chin to chest into cat. Inhale, come back to a neutral spine. Widen your knees, bringing your toes together, and sit your hips back behind you, walking your hands out long into our child's pose. Head can come to the mat. You can always place a blanket under your feet or on top of your heels. Your bum does not need to sit on your feet, just pressing your hips back over your feet. Inhale, press up onto your the fingertips and walk them over to the right side of the mat, placing your left hand over your right, laying over that right knee, and then sitting back down with that left hip flex, your left sit bone on your heels. Inhale, walk your hands back to the center of the mat and then over to the left side, placing your right hand over your left, sitting back down onto that right sit bone. Feeling the stretch through the side body. Inhale, walk your hands back to center. Coming back up into your tabletop, pressing through your wrists, curling your toes under, lifting your hips up and back behind you into our first downward dog. Pedal your feet out, bend your knees, really elongate through your shoulders, pressing through the palms of your hand, and then lifting your hips up and back. Feeling the length through the spine of your back. Inhale, gaze forward, and then tiptoe your feet up to the top of your mat, having your feet hips width apart, bending your knees, hanging over those legs, grabbing opposite elbows, and just swaying from side to side, letting your neck and head be heavy, unlocking your jaw. Go ahead and grab the opposite grip of your elbows. Let your hands come to the mat, bend your knees. Inhale, flatten your back, look out in front of you. Your hands can come to your shins. Exhale, fold all the way forward, hands come back down to the earth. Inhale, arms out and up overhead, hands and palms pressed together as you gaze up at the ceiling. Exhale, fold over your legs, arms come down to the ground. Inhale, look out in front of you, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, bend your knees, step your right foot back and then your left. Take an inhale. We're in our plank pose, our shoulders are over our wrists. Tuck your tailbone under, and then on your exhale, lower all the way down to the mat, letting your elbows slide along your wrists. Uncurl the tops of your toes, pressing your feet into the mat. Inhale, look up, lifting your collarbones, looking at the ceiling. Exhale, curling your toes under, pressing through your hands up and back into downward facing dog. Walk your feet back out. Inhale, look to the front of your mat, step or hop to the front of your mat. Feet can be together and touching, or they can be hips width distance apart. Exhale, forward fold over your legs. Inhale, rise all the way up, hands come overhead, palms to touch, gaze up. Exhale, come right back down, forward fold, hands come down to the mat. Inhale, look out in front of you, hands come to shins, lengthen your crown of your spine. Exhale, fold forward, plant your hands, bend your knees, step your legs back behind you into high plank. This time you can lower halfway, so your elbows rub along your ribs. If you want, you can lower all the way down. Otherwise, uncurl your toes, slide your hips to your wrists. Look up, open your chest in your up dog or cobra. Exhale, curl your toes under, lift your hips up and back into your downward facing dog and pedal your feet out. Inhale, gaze between your hands. Exhale, hop or step your feet to the front of your mat. Inhale, look out in front of you, hands comes to shins. Exhale, fold forward, hands to mat. Again, your knees can be bent. Inhale, arms out and up all the way overhead. Press your palms together. Exhale, swan dive back down to the ground. Hands come back down to the mat. Stepping your left foot and your right foot back behind you into your high plank. Take an inhale, engage your core. Exhale, lower half or all of the way down. Inhale into your up dog or cobra. Exhale, lifting your hips up and back behind you. Pedaling out your feet. Beautiful. Inhale your right leg up and back behind you. Exhale, step your right foot between your hands. Grab your blocks and bring them to frame your front foot. So I like to have my blocks on the highest height, and you will place your hands on your blocks. Inhale, you're going to bend your knee, open your chest, and look forward. Exhale, you straighten your right knee and bend, fold forward over that right leg, dropping your forehead to your knee or as close as you can. Inhale, look forward, bend that front knee. Exhale, straighten your leg, drop your forehead. And we're just going to inhale and exhale through some dynamic movements here to open our hips. So inhale forward, exhale straighten. Inhale forward, exhale straighten. Inhale, bend that front knee, move your blocks out of the way. Pivot that left foot down so that's along the ground at a 45-degree angle. You want your heel to heel or wider alignment, and your arms will come out and up overhead into our warrior one. So in our warrior one, we really want to focus on getting our hips to face the front wall. Elongate through your spine. Think of tucking your tailbone or your pelvis under, which will really elongate and stretch through that hip flexor on the left leg, sinking into that right knee. Inhale, straighten your front leg. You can bring your hands to your hips, squaring them to the front of the room. If you want to slide your back foot up a step or two, feel free. And then we'll take an inhale, we'll look up. Exhale, fold forward. Your hands can come to frame your front foot. If you need blocks on both sides, you can always have blocks and have your hands on blocks. And we're in our pyramid pose. So once you get into your forward fold over that front leg, go ahead and drop your head, letting it hang heavy. Inhale, grab a block and come to rise. Place that block inside the inside of your right foot. Put your left palm on that block, and you'll start to turn to the right with your chest, bringing your right hand, sliding it across, opening your right chest, or opening up your chest to the right side wall, raising your right hand up to the sky into our revolved triangle. Grounding through your feet. One more inhale. And exhale. Go ahead and move that block. Bend your knee. Plant your hands on the ground. Step your right foot back to meet your left into our high plank. And then go lower halfway. Inhale into up dog or cobra. Exhale, curl your toes under into downward facing dog. Walk your feet out. Inhale your left leg up and back behind you. And exhale, stepping your left foot between your hands. Again, grabbing your blocks, putting them on the highest mark or whatever you did on the other side. And we'll start to open up that left hip. So inhale, looking forward, bending deep into that left knee. Exhale, straightening your leg and your forehead comes down to the knee. Inhale, bend your front knee. Exhale, straighten your leg, forehead to knee. Inhale, bend your front knee. Exhale, straighten your leg. Inhale, bend your front leg. Exhale, straighten, forehead to knee. Inhale, bend that front knee. Go ahead and move the blocks up to the top of your mat. Pivot your right foot down. Again, heel to heel alignment or wider. Hands come out and overhead, sinking deep into that left leg. And we're in our warrior one on our left side. Again, if you want your feet a little bit wider to really be able to get your hips to face the front of the room, feel free. We should be on train tracks, not on a balance beam. And again, tilt that pelvis under to really feel that stretch through that right hip flexor. Inhale, straighten your front leg. Hands come to hips. Really square them to the front wall. If you need to slide that back foot in, you can a little bit. And then we'll inhale, look up. Exhale, fold forward over that left leg. Hands can come down to the mat around your foot or on blocks. And then drop your head to your knee or wherever is comfortable for your body as you fold over that leg. Really focus on pulling that left hip back and bringing your right hip forward so they are in line. Inhale, grab that block and place it on the inside of your left foot, grounding your right palm through the top of the block. And then you will twist your chest to the left side of the room as you swipe your left hand up and open your chest, reaching your left arm for the sky in our revolved triangle to our left. Really engage your inner thighs and almost feel like you're pulling them towards each other. Helps engage your leg muscles and helps with balance. Your gaze can be up, straight ahead, or down at the ground. One more inhale, reach up. Exhale, move the block out of the way. Plant your hands to the ground, stepping your left foot back to meet your right. Take an inhale, engage your core. Exhale, lower half or all of the way down. Inhale, hips to wrists. Exhale, lift your hips up and back into downward facing dog. Pedal your feet out. Inhale your right leg up and back behind you. Exhale, step your right foot behind your right hand and pivot your left foot down to the mat, coming up into our warrior one. Sinking back down into that right heel, right knee, hips to square in the front of the room. Bring your hands behind your back, straighten your right leg, and slide your left leg in a little bit. And this time we're going to take a bind behind our back as we do our pyramid. So you can either do reverse prayer, or you could have both your knuckles touch each other behind your back, just make fists and touch your fists together, or you could grab opposite elbows and interlace your arms in a bind that way. But make your bind, whatever is comfortable. Inhale, look up. Exhale, folding forward over that right leg. Again, leg is straight and your feet are in two parallel lanes or heel to heel aligned. And drop your head at the end. Inhale. Grab your block as you come back up. Put it in your right hand, and you can slide your back foot up a little bit as you come forward, and you're going to place the block down on the ground as you lift your back leg, your left leg, straight back to the side wall. Your chest is going to turn to the side wall, and you're going to take your left arm, sweep it across your chest, and reach for the sky. As if you're reaching for God's hand. He's helping to pull you. There's that door, and He closes it. That is not the door for us today. We are going to be here in this pose. Inhale, bend your left knee, grabbing with your left hand the top of your foot on the left side. And then you're going to press and kick open as we hold in our bound half moon. Feeling that hamstring and glute through that right leg. Keep pressing. And exhale, release your foot, stepping it back, putting the block off to the side, planting your hands down to the mat, stepping your right leg back into plank. Inhale, engage your core. Exhale, lower half or all the way down. Inhale into your up dog or cobra. Exhale, curl toes under, hips high into downward facing dog. Walking out your legs. Start to notice, how does your right side feel compared to your left? Inhale your left leg up and back behind you. Exhale, stuff your left foot behind your left thumb, spinning your right foot down at a 45-degree angle, bringing your arms out and up overhead, hips to face the front of the room, into our warrior one. Inhale and exhale. Again, Taking that pelvis tilt. Inhale, straighten that front leg. Slide the back leg up, bringing the hands down behind your back, taking whatever clasp you did, so either prayer, reverse prayer, knuckles, or again, you can grab your opposite elbows. And we'll inhale, looking up, opening our chest. Exhale, folding forward over that left leg, letting your head hang heavy. Again, if this is hard for balance, widen your stance. Engaging those inner thighs as if you're pulling your legs together. Unbind your arms, grab a block as you bring your torso back up. Slide that back foot in. Take the block in your left hand. Gonna place that block down in front of our left foot as we lift our right foot off the ground like it's straight back, kicking against the wall, and turning our hips and our chest to the side wall on the right. Opening our chest as we lift our arm up to the sky, reaching up into our half moon. Really engage that quad muscle, lifting that knee and your left leg. Bend that right leg. Take your right hand, if you can grab the top of your right foot, go for it, and then kick your right toes into your right hand, into our bound half moon. Engaging that left leg, helping with balance, finding one point to stare at. Exhale, release your leg, step it back, moving the block out of the way, planting your hands down on the ground, stepping your left leg to meet your right. Take an inhale. Exhale, lower half roll the way. Inhale into your back bend. Exhale into your downward facing dog. Walk your feet out. Beautiful. Inhale, lift your right leg up and back behind you. Bend your knee, open up your hip. You can make circles with your toes. And then if you can flip your dog. So bringing your right foot to the ground behind you as you lift your right arm long, facing the room or mirror or wall in front of you and reaching into our wild thing. Go ahead and flip back over, bringing your right leg up and back behind you. And then exhale, bringing your right knee to your right elbow. Inhale, lift it up and back. Exhale, right knee to left elbow. Inhale, leg up and back. Right knee, right elbow. Inhale, leg up and back. Exhale, right knee, left elbow. Inhale, leg up and back. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Inhale, leg up and back. Exhale, right knee, left elbow. Inhale, leg up and back. Exhale, step your right foot outside your right hand. And you can walk your hands into the middle of the mat. You're up on your toes of your back foot. If you would like to drop to your back knee and curl your toes so the top of your foot is on the mat, you can do that. We are going to go into our lizard. So if you want to grab your blocks, you can put them down and put your forearms on your blocks. Or if you want to go all the way down to the mat, your forearms can go on the mat. You want to focus on having your knee as close to your shoulder as you can. Don't let it pop out quite yet. And just relax and breathe through your lizard. Now, if you want to take your right hand, you can press it for a little bit more on your right knee as you roll to the edge, outside edge of your right foot. And just press open, right hand to right knee, as you open that hip flexor more. You can also come up to your hands and walk them to the right, or to the left, I'm sorry. And then come back down on your forearms on the left side as your knee is opening to the right. Feeling that stretch. Inhale, coming back up onto our hands. Curl our left toes under, lift that knee back off the ground. Take your right foot up and back behind you into your three-legged dog. And then exhale, bringing your right knee behind your right wrist, letting your shin fall to the mat, lengthening your left foot long. Your left hip is over the heel of your right foot. Inhale, sit up, and exhale, walk your hands forward into our pigeon. So you can put blocks under your chest or your forehead, or you can rest your head on your hands or on the mat, whatever feels good for you in your body. And if this is hurting your knee or it's not feeling good for your body right now, you can always lay on your back and have your right ankle over your left knee and grip behind your left thigh or shin, pulling it in and doing a supine pigeon. Inhale, press up, walk your hands up behind you. Curl that back foot under. Bring your right foot to meet your left. Lift your hips up and back behind you into your downward facing dog. Walk your legs out. Inhale your left leg up. Open your hip, bend your knee. Roll out your ankle, making circles with your toes, both directions. And then if you want, you can flip your dog, bringing your left foot to the ground, bringing your left arm out to the front of the room, grounding down through your right hand into our wild thing. Go ahead and flip your dog back over. Left leg is up and back behind you. Inhale, and then exhale, left knee to left elbow. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, left knee to right elbow. Inhale, up and back. Left knee, left elbow. Inhale, up and back. Left knee, right elbow. Inhale, up and back. Left knee, left elbow. Inhale, up and back. Left knee, right elbow. Inhale, up and back. And now exhale, placing your left foot outside your left hand. Again, if you want to stay up on your back toes, you can, or drop to your knee, letting the top of your right foot hit the mat. You can grab your blocks if you did on the other side, and coming down into your lizard. So coming to your forearms, trying to keep that left knee close to that left shoulder, and feeling the opening through the hip flexors. Take that left hand, place it on the left knee. Start to roll up onto the outside edge of your left foot, pushing your knee out, opening up through that hip flexor even more. And then if you want, you can come up, walk your hands to the right side, letting that left knee continue to roll to the left. Inhale, come back to your hands, walk them back to the center of the mat. Curl your back toes under. Lift your left leg up and back behind you into three-legged dog. Exhaling, bringing your left knee behind your left wrist, letting your shin fall to the ground, lengthening through your right leg. So your right hip is over your left heel. Inhale, sit up. Exhale, walking your hands back down to the mat out in front of you. Your right and left side probably feel very different, so you might need to do a different modification on this side versus the next. So take whatever feels right to your body. Inhale, press down through your hands, walk yourself back up. Come to your left hip, sliding both your legs out in front of you. You can move your blocks out of the way and lower down all the way to the mat so you're lying on your back. Bring both your feet under your sit bones so your feet are on the mat, your knees are pointing to the ceiling. And take your right knee, pull it into your armpit, just gently squeeze it. And then cross your right knee over your left. And place your hands straight out so they're at a T from your shoulders. And drop your knees to the left. So this is just a little extra bind for your legs and twist. Gets a little deeper in your back. You can gaze out over your right hands. If this is too much, you can always unbind your legs and just have your knees stacked out to the left as you gaze to the right. Inhale, bring your legs back up, planting both your feet on the ground, keeping your arms at a T. Lift your left leg, put your knee over your right knee. So your left is on top. And exhale, letting your knees fall to the right as you gaze out to the left over that left hand. Feeling this twist in your low back. Inhale, bring your feet back up, or your knees back up. Plant both your feet on the mat. You can take your knees, pull them into your armpits, grab them, and then bring your hands in between your knees. Your hands grab the outside of your feet or your ankles or your shins, and start planting your feet on the ceiling, like you're stepping on the ceiling, holding your feet. You can rock back and forth into our happy baby. Trying to keep your lower back on the mat. Straightening one leg, the other leg or both, whatever feels good to your body. And then release your feet. Give yourself one more big hug around your knees. And exhale, let your legs go long to the mat. Your arms come down around your side into our Shavasana. Take a deep breath. Exhale it all out. One more deep inhale. Open mouth, exhale. And be thankful and grateful for all the doors that have been closed, all the no's we've heard in our life, all the plans we've made that haven't turned out how we thought they should. Because that's what has brought you right where you're at today, right where you're supposed to be. start to move your fingertips, wiggle your toes. Turn your head from side to side slowly. Bring your right arm up over your head and roll onto your right side of your body. Gently push yourself back up into a seated position. You can keep your eyes closed. Bring your hands to heart center. Take an inhale and exhale, fold forward. Thank you so much for joining me today. Leave anything you do not want on your mat. And on an inhale, come and rise up, only bringing with you what you want for the rest of the week. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me today. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any new classes that are coming up, and hope to see you again soon on your mat.